Cheese.
Cheese. Cheese. Hi, Donna. How's it going?
Hey, Michelle. It's going well over on my end. How's your end over there?
It's fantabulous. It's chilly, but it's not freezing. So we actually have a cold front coming through, but
Oh,
it's going to
really?
be it's a nice day today. It's sunny. I know you like sunny days. I told you yesterday that I'm kind of a vampire.
I
I,
know.
I like cloudy days. I don't know why. It's
Uh-huh.
a sunny day. So,
Oh,
yeah, I'm here in Kansas City, Missouri, and you are in Augusta, Georgia?
uh-huh.
Okay.
Mhm.
I don't know why I was questioning that.
Yes,
Oh.
yes.
Well, okay. Well, guys, we are so excited that you're here. Thank you so much for. I did it again. Thank you so much for jumping on to our live training. And my name, like I said before, is Michelle Grigsby, and I'm here with my fellow business partner, fellow blog babe, the beautiful Donna Rios. And we are, like I said, known as the Blog Babes. And we're really excited that you're here. What we've been doing is we have been doing a live training twice a week. We do blogging tips on Tuesdays at noon, and we do social media tips on Fridays at noon. And so if you're watching this right now on our blog, our website, which is theblogbabes.com/live, that make sure there's a button right below the video. Make sure you click on that button and get access to all of our previous trainings. And we'll also send you the replay to this training, but that will give you access to our library of trainings. We've done some awesome trainings. We've delivered some amazing nuggets that will help take your business to the next level. We also give you tips on how to start an online business, and we give you what's really important, branding tips. And Don and I are really big proponents on blogging. We're really big proponents, not necessarily blogging, but having a blog, because it's really important that you brand yourself, and you brand yourself as, you don't have to be an expert in the field or whatever your online business is, right, Donna? You don't have to be an expert.
No. And I say that and I laugh because of the fact, we're venturing off into podcasting, and that has been a nice learning curve for us.
That's right. That is exactly right. And we decided that even though it wasn't, in my opinion, wasn't perfect, it's like, let's just go ahead and just launch it. So I think we're shooting for what, a February 1st launch date? Is that what we're doing, Donna?
Yes.
So yeah, so we're getting some really cool, and if you guys really want to get to know us, you're going to get to know us on this podcast. That's for sure. That's definitely for sure. But what we're doing is we definitely want to encourage you to make sure that you subscribe to our trainings, and you can do that by going to theblogbabes.com/training, and that will take you directly to a page where you can opt in. And guys, we created that through our blog, didn't we, Donna?
Yeah, we did. And that's what's the cool thing about the blog. A blog and a website, we're using that interchangeably, so just so we kind of clarify that for anyone that might be new and kind of questioning what's the difference. We're just using it interchangeably. We just call it a blog, but it is our home of our website for the Blog Babes.
That's a great point, because when people think of the word blog, they think I have to blog every day. And that's not necessarily the case. I mean, one of the most visited sites, one of the most visited pages on your blog is actually your About Me page, because people are going to go to your blog to check you out and to learn about you. And they're going to be much more apt to do that on your blog than even, I think, on Facebook. When I go to someone's Facebook wall, usually what I do is the first thing I look at, and correct me if you don't do this, Donna, but the first thing I usually look at is their profile picture and their timeline picture. And that right there will tell me right off the bat if they are going to be pitching their business, or if they're about lifestyle, or if they're about, having a personal profile. And so, but on your blog, the way you set up, you can have your blog set up differently. You can have it set up so that you can invite people to get access to trainings immediately, or you can have it go right to all your blog posts, or you can have it go to your About Me page, however you want to set it up. But the reason why I also love my blog is because I create my own capture pages through it. And I think I'm going to sneeze. Oh, it's beautiful. That's the beauty of being live. So Donna, you're going to be doing our training today. What are we going to be talking about?
Yeah, we're going to be talking today about, I'm going to answer some of the top, well, five of the top, bless you, five of the top blogging questions that we get, especially from network marketers. And so I'm pretty excited. I mean, these are they're simple, kind of generic kind of questions, but at the same time, they're real, we're going to answer them pointedly so that you have a good idea of maybe where to start, or even if you even need to start at that place, because that's going to be something that we're going to talk about, because that could be that's a hard issue for someone that's just coming online. It can be overwhelming so fast, and we don't want that to happen to you. So you ready for me to get started, Michelle?
Yeah. Oh my heck, I'm really excited. What are these questions?
All right, we're going to share my screen.
The amazing Donna Rios.
Oh my.
Incredibly smart.
Let me know when you can see my screen.
Yep, we can see.
All righty. Okay. This was just the image that I created, just for this, but it's just, the top 5 blogging questions from network marketers that we get about our blog or about blogging. And the first question that we get is, what do I call my blog? And before I kind of even jump into this, I wanted to just preface this that, when people are first coming into, whether it's network marketing or coming online, one of their big questions are, should they even start with a blog, or should they start with social media? And that's kind of a hard question to answer, just because of the fact that everybody's skill set is at a different level. And so, like Michelle and I could say, yes, you definitely need a blog, but you have to kind of evaluate where you are at, because if you don't even have any social media presence for not just even your business, but just branding yourself, then it's going to be kind of hard, because you're going to have to build your social media presence at the same time you're building your blog. Wouldn't you say, Michelle? Would that be about right?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
So anyway, so I just wanted to kind of preface that. So it's not a clear-cut answer for every person that ever comes online or tries to build their business online. So the question, what do I call my blog? Well, the things that you have to consider, and these are kind of really basic things, but at the same time, we can't emphasize them enough, is who is your target market? And your ideal customers, who are they? What do they look like? And these are things that Michelle and I are teaching, that you really need to kind of sit down and really evaluate and write these things down, get it written down, and get it clearly cut in your brain, of who your ideal customer is and what they look like. And what I mean is not just the physical appearance. It could be a woman or a man, what age limit and all that kind of stuff. But it's also like, what do they, are you targeting moms? Are you targeting moms with young kids? Are you targeting moms with teenagers? Are you targeting moms that are now empty nesters? Those kind of things. You're going to be able to speak a language that they relate to when you get that so clearly written in your own brain. So, and then once you get that kind of written out and you decide on where you're going with that, now is the time that you can start developing content around that, your ideal customer. So you start developing your content, you start writing, you start thinking about things that they might struggle with, or issues they might have, or the pain that they're feeling with dealing with young kids and then trying to run a business at the same time. If you start dealing with their pain pressure points, then most likely you're going to be able to reach them at a level that's so much deeper than just the surfacey kind of, hey, try my product out type of thing. And so that's why you want to develop your content around that. And then you can even develop your name through knowing who your ideal customer is. So, it could be whether you're in the anti-aging, the healthcare, the fitness industry, whatever the industry is, all that can be developed around who your ideal customer is, and then the content that you're producing around that. Now, one thing I do want to just really highly suggest, and if you are thinking of eventually really growing an online presence, then I would highly suggest that you go and if your name is available, if your name is available through GoDaddy, HostGator, or any of the other places where you can buy domains, if your name is available, I would suggest that you buy it. Even if it just sits there for a while, that's okay, because eventually you might want to start blogging about something else, or it might be a personal blog, or it could be something else that you're really interested in and a passion that you have. So anyways, those are just kind of little things of what you can call your blog and how to even kind of decide on where you're going from there. So the next question, do I need to stick to one topic? Well, this is kind of a little stickler type of thing too, but when you're using keywords and when you're developing your content, the thing that kind of happens is, when you're thinking of yourself, you can find yourself, oh, well, I love cooking, and I love horseback riding, and I love, my husband and I go bike riding or whatever. Well, those are all great things to talk about, but at the same time, are any of those going to be reaching your target market of who you want to grow your business around? Because like most of us, if we're in a network marketing company, okay, and we're an XYZ company, but at the same time, I have all these passions on the other side of me, like family and pool and picnicking and going to the beach and whatever the case is, there's a fine line. You have to kind of learn this, and this is just something that it just takes a little bit of time, but it's not hard to learn. But I don't want to incorporate, because I love cooking, I don't want to so much incorporate all cooking into my blog that is all about my business or about helping people grow their business. Do you see what I'm saying? It's kind of like you have to I really would suggest to focus on one topic first, and like it says, choose one passion and start there. And it looks like I forgot to finish right there, but anyways, choose one passion and start there, so that this way then you can get really familiar with what you're really targeting. So you don't want to find out, you don't want to try to mesh everything together under one topic, because that's going to get the people that are reading your blog, it's going to get them a little confused. So you want to
an example. Well, just give you an example, like with my blog, when I first started my blog, I was doing nothing but technical tips, and I didn't really have my niche specified, like who my target market was on my blog. And if you actually visit my blog, you would notice that I'm now doing a lot more posts about network marketing. Mm-hmm. And so I'll be doing technical tips. I'm still doing technical tips, but I'm also gearing it towards network marketers. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Where before I was just doing technical tips, and I was wanting anybody that wanted help with technical tips. But now that we've learned how to identify who our target market is, it's definitely people in the work-at-home network marketing industry, and that you do need to be really specific on who your target market is, because you want them to feel like you're almost speaking directly to them.
Right. And it's kind of like, just choose one or two topics that relate to the keywords that you're trying to shoot for. And keywords are just like one or two words of what people might be searching for through Google. And that's a whole training in itself. But anyways, so once you're specific with those keywords, then you can start developing, like I said, develop the content around those keywords, exactly like what Michelle just said, and you get ultra specific. And once you get ultra specific and you can go after a certain niche within the greater big niche, then that's where you're able to generate not just content, but you're able to generate relationships, and you're able to create yourself a nice little avenue where people can start knowing, liking, and trusting you. So here's another one: should people have more than one blog? Well, This again is kind of like, well, it's going to be totally up to you, but I'm going to assume that I'm talking to new people that are just coming online here. And so those are how my answers are going to be. So like the points that I put here is learn to master one blog at a time. And the reason is because when you're first starting out, and you're first getting involved with WordPress and all that, there's a lot of other things that you have to learn that you did not realize with just your blog. There's certain plugins, certain widgets, how to do your images, how to do your videos, how to even work with the WordPress platform itself, which isn't hard to do, but you're either going to be the type of person that will jump in and you're more hands-on, so you're not afraid to click here, click there, and check it all out, or you're going to be the type of person that when they look at the back office, they're kind of petrified and they don't even, it's hard to even try to click one button because you're afraid you're going to mess everything up. Well, and that's why when you're first starting off, sometimes it's really good to have just a starter blog so you kind of get familiar with everything. You can put some posts there, you can learn how to do the videos, you can learn how to do all the technical things that you need to learn, and then once you get that up and running and you'll be able to feel the confidence level build up in you because you'll know that you mastered this, and that's what's really going to be that's what's going to just pour through the content that you're talking, because you're going to what's the word, Michelle, you say, posture. You're going to posture yourself, with a lot more confidence because you're going to know pretty much what you're talking about. You're going to feel good about that.
Well, it's kind of like posting on Facebook. I mean, there's people that are brand new to Facebook that would be totally intimidated with it, and now those of us that are on Facebook a lot, we know exactly what to do to post on Facebook, and we do give you some ninja tips though on some additional things that you might not know about in our trainings about Facebook, which is really cool. But once you get to that knowledge, it becomes easier and easier and easier. So now it's so much easier to do a blog post. It's super easy to embed a video. It's super easy to add an image, but it's just taking that first step and doing it.
Yeah, sure. That is so right. That's so right. So our next question, this is going to be about driving traffic. Everybody is so concerned with when they start their blog, how do you drive traffic to your blog? Well, it's not really a scientific equation that we have to get figured out here to be able to drive traffic. The main things that all the algorithms, through the Google and all that good stuff. I don't want to talk in a language nobody can understand. So anyways, but the main things that you want to remember is if you have great content and you have developed a platform or a system for automation to collect opt-ins, and if you have a good landing page that you're sending people to, and you're on social media, those are going to be your biggest driving traffic forces for your blog or your website. So it's kind of like, you start with your great content, and the readers need to, you're creating it for what their needs are and what they want. And then you're going to address, like I said, their pain points or their pain or their pleasure. People always gravitate towards one of those. So, pick one that you're going to choose. And then learn about all the automations and the opt-ins and the social media and landing pages, how to put all that together. And that's going to be one of the greatest traffic builders for your blog. And like I said, driving traffic isn't, it isn't that scientific. You just create great content, and it can be a written post, it can be how-to videos, it can be audio trainings. It can be, there can be a whole slew of things that you can do. You're going to share this on social media, or you're going to pay for advertising. It's either one or the other. There really is no other way, when you're trying to bring traffic to your blog. It's either you're going to be on social media and you're going to be very active, and you're going to be in groups, and you're going to be engaging with people, and those are going to be the most important things. Or you're going to pay to play, and that's basically the platform that even Facebook is going to. So once you get those, then you're going to send them all to your opt-in offer, and that's basically the whole cycle in driving the traffic to your blog. Michelle, do you have anything else that you would add to that?
Yeah, there's actually a couple others, but the big one for me is definitely social media. Most of my opt-ins, I have about 2,500 subscribers right now on that are people that have visited my blog and have opted in, and these are all mostly generic. These are mostly generic, organic, or should I say, organic visitors that visit my blog either from social media, or I may have done like a promoted post where then I sent them to a landing page that I created on my blog. But I love what you're saying, because definitely your written posts, your how-to videos, because if you put yourself in the minds of your prospect, they're on your blog and they're going, okay, this is good, this is good. I like this, and then they might see something on your sidebar. Oh, well, let me learn a little bit more about this person. They might go to your About Me page, and what they're doing is they're going, okay, this person is providing some value, whether it's tips on weight loss, or tips on social media, or tips on anti-aging, or whatever it is that whatever you want, however you want to set up your blog. But these people, your prospects are deciding whether or not they know, like, and trust you.
Mm-hmm.
And when they decide to opt in, that's when we teach you this, where you want to create an irresistible offer.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to definitely offer them something that's irresistible, and then with that you then can drip emails on them. And I do want to say, though, that sometimes when I do my blog posts, I also do what's really big is sharing stories. Like, share part of your journey and share stories. Stories are really, really powerful. Mm-hmm. When you give examples, like specific examples on how it might apply to them, that's really powerful. And I've actually Googled, like, what are some ways you can drive traffic to your blog. And another one that's kind of popular is, join like a syndication group of other bloggers where you guys can be like a guest blogger on each other's blogs. And that's a great way to also get more traffic, is, find some high profile bloggers and start engaging with them. And and a lot of times too is on a blog post, if you actually like mention a high profile blogger, and then maybe you can email them and say, hey, I mentioned you in this article, a lot of times they might actually kind of help you promote that blog post if it's a good blog post. Does that make sense?
Wow, yeah, that's a very good idea. I never thought of that one. That's great, Michelle.
Well, thanks.
So anyways, like both of us, what we're saying is just make sure that you have all your systems in place to handle the flow of traffic that's going to come through. So make sure you test everything, make sure that everything is working, make sure that when they click on a link, it's going to the right page or the right opt-in offer or the right anything, so you got to double check all your systems to make sure that that's in place, and then you're ready to really start, whether it's engaging on social media, paying for ads, whatever the case is. Then that's you're much more easier. It's much more easier to drive traffic to a platform that is going to be self-sufficient than one that you're having to tweak and check out and make sure everything's running right because you're not sure. So once you get all that down, then it's just kind of like they say, rinse and repeat. Do it over and over and over again, especially because when you're first starting online, the first thing you want to do is, and one of your main things, besides all the little, the social media and the blogging and all that kind of stuff, but is to start building an email opt-in list, because that's where your money is going to come from. That's where your customers are going to come from. That's where you're going to be able to, exactly like Michelle said, as you just kind of drip value to them, then those are the people that most likely are going to be the ones that are going to buy whatever you want to sell, or whatever you want to offer to them. So that's something that you want to, that's going to be the main step, I guess you could say. So in marketing your blog, now this I'm kind of taking from being online, offline, because I'm thinking of a person that's just brand new to all this, and they might have a good network of people, not network, but just a good amount of people that they associate with locally, they might associate with people online, that kind of stuff. So this is where I kind of came from. This was my mindset when I was putting this together. So it's to connect with people. That's your biggest thing. So whether that's online or offline, that's where you want to start connecting with people and sharing some of the things that you're doing or some of the things that you're learning. A email signature is a great place to market your blog. I don't know if you send a lot of emails or whatever, but when you send an email, whether it's to a friend, a family, or member, or whatever, then you can be able to put a little an email signature sending them to the link of your blog, just for people to get to know you and to like you and to trust you. And the other one is for business cards. Like if you have business cards for whatever business that you're in, make sure that you put your blog on there so that people can find out more information about you. If you go to networking events, whether I'm thinking more local networking events like in the area that you live in, where all these where business owners gather and where they do teachings and trainings and things like that. Well, make sure that you're able to share, like whether it's on a business card or if you're just talking to people, make sure you share about your blog there. And the biggest thing that I just want to talk a little bit about is in today's world right now, there are so many people that are coming online, and I didn't look up the stats on this, but it's just unbelievable amount of people that are coming online and are coming online for the very first time ever to try to do business online. It's an unbelievable number. We really should check that out. But anyways, so how can you be unique? How can you stand out from all these other bloggers out there or all these other people that are trying to do business out there? And the biggest thing that we can just say, and it's a growing step within yourself, is just be unique, just be yourself, just be who you were created to be. And there's nobody else in the world like you. There's nobody else in the world that's gonna see things exactly how you see them. You might have that little spark of an idea to try something a different way that nobody's ever heard of. You never know. But if once you build up yourself and you're confident enough to be able to be unique and be who you are, so you're confident, then, and you're okay with having different approaches to things, because just because everything is done a certain way online this way, it doesn't mean it always has to be that way. And it doesn't mean that if you want to try something different that your way's wrong. It's not like that at all. We have to be ourselves, and the people that will be attracted to me are going to be maybe different people that might be attracted to Michelle. But the power in that is that the people that are attracted to me, they're going to understand me. They're going to be able to see how I see things. They're going to be able to understand the way that I might share something or think a different way or whatever. And then Michelle's going to attract a whole different type of people because just our personalities are so different. But that's okay. It's the way that we're created, and that's the great thing about being online. And so I don't want you to try to be perfect. I don't want you to try to have this all done and try to get up online and think that that everything has to be perfect, or that you have to have it all perfect before you can even start, because that is the farthest from the truth. So it's just kind of taking that step of faith outside of your comfort zone and be willing to do what needs to be done for you to be able to grow your business. And so that's all I have, Michelle. So.
Oh, that's awesome, Donna.
Let's see. Stop doing this. Okay. Are you back to me, Michelle?
The team you've been waiting for. Here are Michelle and Donna, the Blog Babes.
You hear that?
Yes, I heard it.
Yes, we are different. Donna is more reserved, and Michelle is more quirky. Sorry.
Oh.
Online business to grow. Well, strap up and fasten those seatbelts because you're on the ride to success. Here are Michelle and Donna, the Blog Babes.
Yeah, that was my husband. He's doing some of the intros for our podcast. Absolutely. We have to have a sense of humor in this business, you know? And that's one of the things that we do is we try to set ourselves apart by being ourselves, being our true authentic selves, right, Donna?
Yes, yes. And if we take ourselves too seriously, we'll never get anything done because nothing is ever perfect, believe us.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's when you take the time to learn something, whether it's whatever products your network marketing company has to offer or technical tips on social media, blogging, just start sharing that with others. You will generate a following, and the thing is if you're being truly authentic to, with yourself, you're going to be attracting like-minded people, and that's what I love about this. I mean, you definitely can have an online business, you can have success. It's just, putting yourself out there and start doing things. And if it takes little baby steps, then by all means, just definitely always be taking action and be consistent. And once you learn something, continue to be consistent, and of course also when you utilize blogging, you still want to also be engaging with people, because people are going to join people they know, like, and trust, right, Donna?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean we say it all the time.
Yeah. Yep, that's exactly right. So, well, Donna, that was an awesome training. Thank you so much for that. Fantastic. And so we're going to bid you adieu on this training today. We'll see you on Friday. And until then, cheers.